Union representing Illinois State University instructors not on the tenure track is at odds with the school over salary and benefits. So much so, we're told that a federal mediator is being called in to find a compromise. President of the ISU Education Association, which represents about 500 full and part-time staff, called the university's proposals insulting to their members. She says with the first session with the mediator scheduled for 1 week from today, we also tried to reach out to the university for comment but did not hear back.